What are we going to do?
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast. Read it, Kevin.
I can't. Welcome back to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, where we talk manhood, tell stories, and discuss the stuff that matters to us, one sip at a time.
Yes.
Hi, Matt.
Hello, Kevin.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good Missouri evening.
It is beautiful weather compared to last week.
Heck yeah, man. Lovely. And we are in East Central Missouri. For those folks who are listening outside of Missouri, we're near St. Louis. And so we thank you for listening. If you're in Minnesota or Michigan or
Utah,
Arizona,
Pennsylvania,
all over the map.
Minnesota,
Russia,
Sweden.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You can find us on YouTube as well.
Japan. Don't forget about Japan.
Oh, yeah, Japan. Thank you. Domo arigato.
That's Mr. Roboto.
Arigato. I think it's just arigato. Anyway. We were sitting down here trying to clear our minds. We're cluttered today, aren't we, Kevin?
Been cluttered for a bit.
Yeah.
This audit I've been doing this last week has been frustrating. Mm-hmm. Not that it's a bad audit, it's just frustrating for lack of communication.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just causes me to get a lot of brain fog.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on medically. A lot of doctor's appointments I've been going to lately, and I'm just getting sick of it. I think, it's like getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm done for the year. We'll pick it back up next year.
Yeah, there's truth in that.
I wish I could. Just trying to get my body right, get going in the right direction, make sure that I'm good to go for this bike trip we have planned. My wife is real worried about my health on this, like my physical health with my back and some other issues that I have. And I was just told her, like, I'm not going to worry about it. If I die, I die.
I wonder if it's a how long you've been married thing, or do you have really bad health I don't know about thing? Because my wife has been the opposite. Whenever I mention something along
she's like,
for training,
when are you leaving?
Go for it.
Get out of the house.
Have a good time. Have fun. And love you, Gail. That's the way you should be, and I love you for that.
Yeah, Caitlin's very supportive, and she wants me to have fun, and she's excited for me and all that kind of stuff. She just worries because I do have a lot of, health issues that a lot of people don't know about.
If Gail worries, I have no idea. I don't know that. If she does, she hides it really well.
Yeah, I'm sure she does worry about you. But, your guys' relationship started out from a footing of separation and getting back together and then moving across the country and, that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
She's pretty well versed in all that
right
now.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the training.
Yeah.
What did we do this weekend?
Yeah, we rode 50 miles.
Sure did.
Which seems crazy. When we first started riding, we were doing like 4.
Right. The first time I got on a bike and rode 2.5 miles, I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
And that was only 3 months ago.
Oh, right.
And through, it was the beginning of May, right?
Yeah.
4 months now.
About middle, yeah.
Through consistency and a little discipline and some drive and motivation from time to time.
Having a goal.
Have a goal. Yep. We do have a goal.
Or a purpose.
Enjoying the process, too, which really is the whole point of just enjoying the process of getting in better shape, riding a bike, learning this new thing, this gravel bike riding on the Katy Trail, pushing ourselves, see how far we can go. We did a 40-miler the weekend before, and granted, it was like a heat index of 115 or something. I don't know what but that felt way rougher than the 50-mile.
Oh, terrible. Yeah, and the 50-mile is one of those things that, and we did 50 miles in 5 hours.
Yeah.
And, over the course of the trail ride itself, we're not going to do 50 miles, and we'll do 50 miles over the course of a 9-hour day.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah, because we're going to be stopping and sightseeing and read all the pictograms along the way. And
so pushing yourself for taking a break every 10 miles and knocking it out. I was pretty impressed with this weekend.
Yeah, it was encouraging.
Yeah.
Where the 40-miler, I was like, oh, boy.
And then what made me really feel good was the next morning we got up again and rode 12 miles.
Yeah.
And it just felt like nothing.
And we did that at a 12 to 13 minute mile pace. Right?
We tooled that run.
Yeah.
And you know what? Legs felt great. I didn't have any issues. So I'm really looking forward to this run. We're right where we need to be.
My butt bones were a little tender, but that's okay.
Yeah, but I recovered a lot faster than I was before.
For sure. And, you know, the whole having a goal set in front of you or a target in front of you is really what I should say. Something you're striving towards is good, but if you're not enjoying the journey along the way to get there, you're kind of missing the point.
Right.
So we have, you know, had some fun times on the trail, good conversations. We saw some cool sights and learned a thing or two, and saw some wildlife. And
I found that I dislike tourist bikers.
It's the baby boomers that get me, man.
Get out of the way.
They're e-bikes.
Yeah.
Gosh. But they're all nice folks, I'm sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
There's like unwritten rules of the trail that everybody should like go on YouTube, go Google it. What are some unwritten rules of bicycling? You know, you always pass on the left.
Stay on the right.
Stay to the right.
If you're riding side by side, you better get in single file.
Get to single file.
And if you're not, I'm going to duck out in the center and force you to get over.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to yell at you when you drive by me. I did it twice this weekend. Another good one is you don't actually talk to other bikers. You just kind of do a quick nod of your head or
you raise your
lift
fingers
your hand.
up.
Yeah.
Yep. Just give them the fingers.
It's not like bikers, like motorcyclists, where they do their left hand out to the side, which I think is corny. You know,
but you could see like the hardcore guys that are going like 25 miles an hour and they're just laser focused in. Don't even bother. Just let them.
Yep.
Let them go.
Go straight on past you.
Yep. And don't get butthurt if people don't wave at you either.
No.
Like, just whatever. Yeah.
Just keep on going.
Have fun. And so we did a little map recon today. Kind of looked at our stops, get a lay of the land of those areas of where we could get food, where we're going to camp. We have our campsites. We're going to start getting those reserved.
Which was smart because we found some dead zones.
Yep.
Where it's like, okay, you got to make sure you have some food.
Yeah, and water.
Yeah, because you're not going to get any.
No. Yeah, that one stretch we were talking about today is
between Jeff City and Herman.
That made me feel like maybe I should take my Camelback just in case.
Yeah.
Have some 2 liters extra of water. I go through water like crap. I drink more than a gallon of water a day.
Yeah, you're right.
So I do drink a lot of water.
I'm training for the pain, so I'm already drinking what I need to drink.
Okay. So, fellas, what are you doing? What's your goal? What's your target you're aiming at, and how's the journey going?
And who's your accountability partner?
Yeah, you doing it by yourself? Like a nerd? Get a buddy.
Yeah, because we all know it, and we're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
If you tend to do something on your own, you're probably going to drift and move away from it eventually.
Man, I notice when I'm riding by myself during the week, if I go for a ride by myself, I'll hurt myself. Like I'll be speeding, hauling ass on my bike. I have to tell, like, dude, slow down. What are you doing? Because I enjoy the speed of it. It's fun. And plus, my bike just wants to go fast. Like, that's just the type of bike it is. And
and that you already know what you can do.
Yeah.
So you're instinctively wanting to go a little bit farther.
Yeah. I want to push myself a little bit more and feel that burn in my lungs. And
that, it's perfectly fine for the training because when it comes time for us to actually do the trail, we're gonna go based on a pace and not for time.
Just gonna cruise.
Right. Looking to have a good time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
You know what's cool? Funny thing. So I told y'all, a week or two ago that I wrote to President Trump.
Yeah.
And said, release the Epstein files. And sent my little letter to him. I got a reply.
Yeah.
Reply from the White House, signed by Donald Trump. Now, I'm sure it was the auto pen.
Yeah.
And I don't know how legal that is. But got a letter back from him. And
was it an actual physical letter? or an email?
Well, it's an email, but it's
Okay.
letterhead.
Okay.
So if I would have got a letter, it would have looked the same.
Official
Because I've
White
gotten
House
letters back
letterhead.
before, but yeah. And now I wrote to him about releasing the Epstein files. Epstein, whatever.
There's a difference.
He wrote him back. He wrote me back.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing and contacting us here at the White House, and we're doing all that we can do to defeat fentanyl. And we just got. And I'm going. I didn't write to you about fentanyl. I wrote to you about Epstein.
Oh man.
I'm going. Okay. Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah.
White House.
You peon. You plebe.
I'm a nobody.
Go pay your taxes.
But okay. Well.
He was busy having his caddy drop golf balls closer to the
Now I
hole
will
for him.
tell you. Do they actually read them? It depends.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A bunch of years ago, we had a state senator here that I wrote a letter to.
Mm-hmm.
And over the course of about 3 months, I wrote him 3 letters on 3 different topics. I'm at work. I've never given my work number out ever. Never on anything. And they were handwritten letters in the mail.
Yeah.
Not email. I get a phone call one day at work. It's him, the state senator.
That's creepy.
Called me up. And I said, how'd you get my number? I've never given you my number.
Yeah.
Oh, I had ways to find out
That is
where you were at. And, okay, so why are you calling me? Well, you know what? Everyone will write a senator or someone once in a while. You wrote me 3 times. That's worth a phone call. And so we talked for almost an hour and debated policy back and forth with each other. And which was a really good phone call, but it was eerie at the same time. And this was around 1999, 2000.
Yeah, so he probably had the state police look you up and...
Because Facebook wasn't around then.
No.
I wasn't on there. I didn't do any online stuff at the time.
What a creep.
And
I wonder if he was trying to intimidate you.
no, he wasn't.
No?
No. And he ended up negotiating, not running for re-election, because everybody couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
Negotiating, not running for re-election in order to take over, I think, the Department of Transportation here in the state of Missouri or something.
Scumbag.
And that's the job he got from the governor, and he didn't run for re-election, and he was out.
Man, politics is gross.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Yeah, so good old President Trump wrote you about a topic that nobody cares about.
Right. You know what I do care about is what we're drinking tonight.
Yeah. This is a really good one, Kevin.
Yes,
You've
it
been
is.
saving this one for a while. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, it came out of the archives of the Kevin Bourbon Library, and it is Calumet Farm, 14-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and this was barreled in 2006, aged 14 years, bottled in 2020. And here we are 5 years later, breaking open the bottle. And one of the things I really like about Calumet Farm is they hide nothing. Everything is here on the label. It is single rack black, 96.2 proof, 48.1% alcohol by volume. The batch size is 19 barrels, which if you figure out a single barrel will generate anywhere from 200 to 250 bottles of bourbon. So if you took it in the middle, went 225 bottles, you're going to get about 5,000 bottles of bourbon. So that's how much was created on this particular bottle.
Yeah, that's not much.
No, not really. It gives you the rack number, and then the mash bill is right on there. 74% corn, 18% rye. So it is a high rye bourbon, and 8% malted barley. And it's been sitting on my shelf since 2000. We cracked it open tonight, and I really like it.
Yeah? Well, the rye shows up big time. You can smell it, you can taste it.
Yes.
I wrote down on the nose dark cherry and wood and rye. like grassy, wet wood, I would say maybe.
Yeah, it is a little grassy. Yeah, I agree.
And for the taste, I got earthy, grassy malt, like toasted malt. And you could definitely taste the rye.
When we first poured it.
Oh, it filled the whole room up with it.
It's the first one we've had. So what are we, 30? Is this episode 35?
35-ish.
34?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
34, 35. It is the first one I've poured so far in our show in which it tickled the nose.
Yeah.
When I gave it a little whiff.
Yeah, I came from upstairs. I came down here and turned the corner. I was like, whoa, I thought you spilled it.
And I kind of agree with you. Definitely seemed from the smell, the nose, it was oaky and a bit nutty and sweet at the same time. Mm-hmm. It kind of rounded itself out. It was a nice round aroma.
Yeah.
It made me want to drink it.
I'm getting a little bit of dark chocolate now, too. For the finish, I wrote short finish, not much burn. It's a 96 proof, but...
what was your taste? I didn't catch the taste.
Taste earthy, grassy, malt, toasted barley, or rye. Ryegrass is kind of what I got.
Okay.
I really didn't get much fruit from the taste. I was expecting, because I smelled it. I got that dark cherry type of smell, but I wasn't tasting what I was smelling, which is nice.
I thought it was a full mouth feel.
Yeah, full.
Yeah. It really coated the mouth well.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't overpowering or weak in any way.
Very well balanced.
Yes. I found it to be aromatic, and I was really trying to figure out what it was that was catching me, and it reminded me of drinking a hot cup of like lavender tea. Oh. That's kind of what it was leaning towards me on. But the finish was similar to you. It was smooth, slight heat, a bit chocolatey. Mm-hmm. Very light, though, on that part.
So let's see where we got on our wheels. Did we match?
I didn't even do my wheel yet.
Oh, come on, Kevin.
I'm still stewing on it.
Slacker. It does have very long legs. The legs stick to the glass. And I gave it higher marks in the tannic, woody areas.
Okay.
Kind of mid to high on char or sweet. And so I'm looking at all this. The body is very balanced. Everything's really balanced. It's not overly spicy like you would think with all that rye.
On my color meter, I was putting it between the caramel and mahogany level.
Yeah, I was debating. I was like, man, it's definitely not mahogany, but it is darker than caramel. And so I think I did the same.
And I'm going to be honest with you, this is a 4 out of 5 star bourbon for me.
I'm going 3.5 for me. Just because I prefer the sharper bites to my whiskey, whether Scotch or bourbon.
It does have a little bit of bite, but not real strong.
I think this would be like pool hall, playing billiards, have a cigar, sipping on this.
Okay.
This is like a very classic and classy bourbon. This
is a gentleman's bourbon.
Yeah.
It definitely is. When I purchased it back in 2020, I remember paying between $70 to $75 for it. Obviously, I don't make it anymore, right? It's dated. On the aftermarket, today's price is running, depending on where you're going, it's anywhere from $140 to $190. Yeah, in that range.
Did we mention that Calumet doesn't distill this whiskey? They just barreled it and aged it.
Right. It comes from a Barton distiller in northern Kentucky.
Mm-hmm. Non-chill filtered. Mm-hmm. Is that what it said?
Yep.
Okay. So overall, thumbs up, man. Like I'm really starting to be a little bit tougher on my star ratings because I think I went a little overboard with maybe that Wood Hat, Red, White, and Blue Corn, or Old Forester, Red Line. I think I went a little too high on
that's kind of the AAA level of your bourbon experience. That's okay.
Yeah.
You're growing.
AAA. I like the slums. I like to be in the trenches with the boys. Rot gut.
You're right. That's your enlisted mentality. Now you're kind of getting up there.
I got to get some white gloves to hang out with you officers. Fancy lad. So we mentioned. So what'd you give this? 4 stars?
I did give it 4 stars.
Is that your highest rating so far? Old Forester was pretty high. I remember.
Old Forester was 4. And the Nashville Barrel last week was 4 stars.
Okay. Yeah, that was really good, man.
Nothing's been 5 stars yet.
No, I've had a 4.5, but I'm going to take that.
I have some very high standards if it's going to hit me 5 stars.
Is it 5-star really attainable? Honestly.
In bourbon?
Yeah.
If I break out the 2 or 3 that I've been holding on to forever,
yeah, you think
they're 5-star worthy.
Okay. We mentioned earlier talking about going on bike rides how it, there's long stretches where you and I are riding and we don't say a word to each other. You could just hear the tires on the gravel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's meditative almost. It's just gives you a lot of. Well, damn, you almost got ran over this weekend because you didn't hear the guy come up behind us ringing his bell and saying, on your left. And
right.
And because you were in such deep thought. Well, plus you didn't have your hearing aids in.
Kind of in my element.
Yeah. And I get that way, too, sometimes.
Are you aging me?
No, that's not ageism. There's no ageism on this show. I mean, you are a baby boomer. It's time for hearing aids.
I'm here to tell you. One of these days, you're going to die.
But taking time as a man to clear your mind, to settle your thoughts, and think things through is really important. And that's kind of goes back to our show on man spaces, where a man would have his den or his office to go sit in, or now they call it a man cave, but it's really not. But, there are different things that guys do to clear their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And riding a bike on a trail in silence is one of them. Even if you're hanging out with a bunch of dudes, like, there's a lot of times where I'm hanging out with a bunch of guys and it's dead silent. Like nobody's saying anything. We're just all in thought, focusing on something, like sitting in a boat fishing.
It's your moment.
Yeah. I wrote down a few simple ways men clear their heads, just from my perspective. I remember, like skipping rocks across the pond, like just standing there thinking. You pick up a rock and skip it across the pond. A little small joy. Sitting in silence, make a fire, tend the fire, stare at the fire. That's a fun one.
Oh, yeah. I have lots of good memories just sitting by my fire pit.
Yeah, listening to a crackle, poke it with a stick, watch the sparks fly up.
Getting infused with the smoke.
Yeah. I wrote down shower beer, and you said you've never had this experience before.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't live up to Ron Burgundy.
You're missing one of the small joys of life, just having a beer in the shower.
Yes.
After a hard day's work.
What did he have? Guinness? Was it Guinness?
Was he drinking Guinness in the shower? That's gross.
No, he sat in the bathtub.
Uh-huh.
Was it Guinness he was drinking?
I don't know.
And the big T-bone steak, and then he dropped it into the bathtub.
I don't think I've seen that. But yeah, like a Budweiser, ice cold Budweiser in a hot shower after a hard day's work. That's a good one. Hitting golf balls or going to batting cages. That's fun. Hanging out with the guys, we already said. What about model cars? I used to do model cars when I was a kid, and I could just spend hours sitting in one place putting an engine together.
I used to paint my army men.
Yeah, okay.
That was my thing. I still have them. I still blow them up with firecrackers. I still shoot them with rubber bands. I painted blood on them.
Oh,
stuff like that.
I used to have funerals for my G.I. Joes. We'd have a battle, and guys would die, and we did a funeral.
One of the best things to do, quick story, if you ever want to play with Army men outside, listen up, boys. You get those, the little propeller seeds from the trees. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When you throw them up in the air and they spin, you get 10 of them. You get 10 guys per. And then you take them and you just chuck them into the air, and wherever they land, that's where you put your 10 Army men. And you start your battle with all the other Army men. Oh. Kind of like airborne.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Good way to do it.
Have you ever sat and just like tossed rocks into a coffee can?
No.
You didn't do that as a kid?
I never tossed cards. No.
That was fun. Like, you just throw gravel into it. They did it in Stand By Me. Remember, they're sitting in the junkyard talking about girls or something, and they're just taking turns throwing rocks into a can. It was always fun for me. I like that. We have journaling, mowing the grass. Some guys enjoy mowing the grass. I don't know who those people are.
Forrest Gump.
I wouldn't be friends with them, but some guys enjoy it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great that you're naming off this stuff. But what is it that you typically do? Like, I'll tell you that every now and then, and it's not really. I need to meditate, right? This isn't the meditation stuff. This is trying to de-stress or declutter. So it used to be when I commuted, where I used to work, it was a 45, 50-minute commute home.
Yeah.
So that was decompression time, as long as the car drivers weren't being idiots.
Right.
To get home. And then by that time, you're kind of decompressed a little bit, could say hi to the family, and not feel so stressed out from work.
Yeah.
And then, now I work literally, I'm 8 minutes from my house. So if I have a stressful day, there is no decompression time, and I don't want to walk in my house with an attitude when I get home. So there's been times where I've left work and I will drive over to Fritz's Frozen Custard. I'll get me a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Concrete, and I will just sit there and chill and eat it and relax, and then I'll drive home. And by the time I get home, I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like to go to bookstores, just look at books, not necessarily buy anything, just look around, walk around, because it's so quiet in there, and then just read the backs of, back pages of books, the back cover. Driving is a good one. I really enjoy driving. I've always loved operating a motor vehicle, and I think about twice a month I go to our other location that's about an hour and a half away, and that's always fun to drive down there and listen to a podcast or music and just enjoy the road. Look at the stuff on the roadside, and
the
driving's a good one.
Yeah. I do like that. And there's many times, even in the morning on my way to work, because I know it's an 8-minute ride, I will take the back way through side streets on purpose just to drift into work.
Yeah.
Before I get there.
Back when we lived in South Carolina and we had some property, I used to just walk through the woods with my dogs. That was fun. Just listen to my feet crunching on the leaves, and every once in a while, I'd take my axe out there and just cut a tree down. Pine trees. I've waged a war on the pine trees on my property.
I do like that.
So that was good. Nice. Anything physical. I enjoy doing physical stuff that will burn off energy. So,
well, are you talking about clearing the mind?
Yeah.
Meditating?
Yeah.
You're talking about clearing the mind when you're chopping wood.
Yeah. Just because you're just focused on chopping a tree down and it not falling on you. And I don't really, something that's going to take all the other stuff in my brain and kind of push it to the shadows.
Yeah.
And just focus, like building a model car. I can just focus on that.
There's definitely something to be said for hard work.
Yeah.
Whether it's pulling weeds, you're trying to break a sweat. When you're breaking a sweat or you're focused, your mind really does clear out.
Yeah. And recently, after riding the bike, start picking that back up from when I was a young kid, in high school, like freshman year, I think was the last time I rode a bike. And we're all over the place. Not really. But riding the bike lately, I'm trying to find more reasons to ride my bike. Like, can I ride my bike to the grocery store down the road? And,
okay.
Or whatever, and I've done that before, ride down to Schnucks or hit the bank. I need to go to ATM, so instead of taking my car, I'll hop on the bike.
And see, I'm not thinking like that at all.
No.
Riding a bike for me is riding a bike for the Katy Trail ride.
Well, it all adds up. But I enjoy riding the bike.
Yeah, but I don't think outside the box when it comes to riding the bike.
Yeah.
I'm riding the bike on my purpose. It's my training.
I've been looking online lately at other rail trails in the area. You got them?
Yeah.
Other rail trails that are within a decent driving distance, that would be fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Gravel trails that we could ride on. Looking at our next adventure that we would like to do, and which we haven't announced yet on the podcast, but we're going to wait. We'll see.
But it can go on the opposite end, too. Sometimes just something as simple as, I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah.
And just rest.
Yeah. Like, I took a nap after we rode that 50 miles. I wasn't tired, but I thought, maybe my body, I just want to take a nap. And I just forced myself to lay down and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. Slept for like an hour. That was pretty cool. And I've done that before. Go out in the woods with my hammock, string my hammock up, and just sit there and watch the trees sway back and forth. That's fun.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many ways you can do this kind of stuff. I mean, there's a book out there about a year and a half ago I read. Actually, it was almost 2 years ago now. Man, time flies. Called The Artist's Way. And it really was a book about doing the morning pages, if anybody's ever heard of the morning pages. So the morning pages is you'll wake up, first thing you do, you're allowed to get a coffee or something like that to sit next to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to do anything else. Get on the phone, check your mail, nothing.
Okay.
You immediately wake up, you sit down, notebook, and a pen, and they recommend a normal 8x5, 8.5 by 11 notebook, like a spiral notebook.
Yeah.
You write 3 pages.
Dang.
Stream of consciousness writing. And you're not allowed to stop moving the pen. So if you're writing and your brain suddenly has nothing, you don't stop and think. You keep writing and you fill up the space with saying things like, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. And then all of a sudden something comes else in your mind and you start writing it out. Huh. And the idea is to dump everything out of your brain at the very start of your day to give yourself a clear start. And I did that for a full year. And I'll tell you, for the first 8-9 months, it actually was paying off. I could tell a difference.
Yeah.
But then what happened was, is you do it so long, then you get to a point where you're going, I need to wake up and do this. I need to start doing this. And then it became a burden, a chore, and that's when I stopped doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting up every day at 4:30 and walking for 30 minutes on my treadmill, like nothing. I would fill up my water jug and go straight downstairs. I kept my shoes down here, walking a treadmill. But then the weather started getting nicer. I was like, I want to walk outside, and then I'm riding my bike, and my back hurts, and then stuff happens. But I think as the winter months come on and it gets cooler, I'll probably get back on the treadmill on rainy days, and I got to do something physical in the morning when I wake up. For some reason, I just feel I'm so antsy, and that last hour of sleep for me is really restless. I'm usually awake at about 2 every day, and I'm toss and turn and fall back asleep. And
I usually wake up about 4:30 on my own before the alarm, and I'm just laying there waiting for the alarm to go off.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm close. This morning, I woke up, and it was exactly 5 minutes before my alarm.
Yeah.
And just laid there.
5 o'clock alarm?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Another thing, because I like to write, my daughter, our number one listener, she likes to write. And there was a time when both of us were going through some serious writer's block, and we couldn't figure out how to do anything about it, so we challenged each other. And one day, her and I both took our notebooks and colored pencils and went to Bass Pro Shops. And we walked back to the fishing area, and we had to pick up, it was either 3 or 5 fishing flies, fly fishing flies, and we had to draw and color them in on the on our notebooks, and that was a lot of fun. And it's a way to break out the mind from what you were doing before. And then the other exercise we did, we both had to come back and we had to describe we had to do a written one-page description of our office, like our desk, and just paint a picture of what our desk looked like from our point of view. And those two things were good enough to get us to break our writer's block and be able to keep doing what we were doing.
So would you say writing is your number one form of clearing your mind? Like putting what's in your mind on a paper and then moving on from it?
It is. A good example, earlier over the weekend, I sat down. I sound funny. Over the weekend...
You're too close to the microphone.
I don't know. No. Anyway...
we need more whiskey, I think.
I was sitting down in the evening, and I had my diary out, and I was writing about the day, and then suddenly I had nothing. I mean, literally, I'm holding my pen and book, and I could not come up with anything. Like, I couldn't even write, don't tread on me. I mean, there was just nothing came to my mind, and it really frustrated me, and I wrote that down. This is really frustrating. I can't figure out anything.
Oh, there you go.
My mind was completely empty. And honestly, I don't know if I like that very much.
Yeah.
I like to be thinking about something.
No, man. I like to be focused on something singular because I always I'm thinking about 10 different things at once. And I don't know if that's ADD or whatever the hell. I don't know what that's called. Multitasking, I guess. But, something that for me that is shooting, like rifle shooting in particular, that I can block everything out, clear my mind, and just focus on my breathing and my point of aim and my fundamentals of marksmanship and all that. And I could spend all day on a rifle range shooting. And it's just weird how, and that's kind of why I wrote this list, like focusing on hitting golf balls, if that's your thing, if it blocks out all the other noise in your life and you're just focusing on hitting the golf ball, or skipping a rock across the pond, whatever it is, it's important to do that from time to time.
Why?
Well, I wrote that down, like, why do men need to clear their minds, is what I asked. And I said, there's a lot of important decisions might be weighing on us. The burden of being a provider for your family. If you're a single income family, then maybe it's a blessing and a burden. There's a lot of pressure involved in that.
Yep.
Planning for the future, or sometimes you just got a feeling. I get a feeling a lot that I just need to get away. I need some quiet, and I need to get away by myself and figure some stuff out.
I was just thinking that yesterday because I took the family to the Missouri Botanical Garden.
Right.
Enjoyed the day there. Really did. What I found was when I'm in some place like the Chinese garden or the Japanese garden are the two primary ones, and it is built or constructed to be in a serene environment.
Like a Zen type environment.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't sit there and enjoy or just listen to the little bitty waterfall that's going on because you got Chatty Cathy going crazy and everybody's talking and they got their phones going.
Some Hoosiers yelling at their kids.
And, right, it's annoying. And, I understand that that's not the right environment for that. I get it. But, sometimes you walk into those moments and I can't enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
I remember one year Gail and I were hiking up a trail. Oh, there we go. See, something just clicked. Gail and I were hiking up a trail in Rocky Mountain National Park. And it was a long hike day. And as we're going up, people just kept talking because you'd run across people.
Yeah.
And I'm going, why are you guys talking so much? Do you understand where you're at and surrounded? And then, because they're talking to each other and not paying attention, there's elk right in the...
They're missing it.
Yeah, they're right on the side of the trail just staring at you.
Yeah.
And Gail and I were so glad that we got to a certain level of the trail where all the other people were dropping out because they couldn't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just nice and peaceful and quiet. And you just kept on going up that mountain. And
that's one of the great sounds, isn't it? Your hiking shoes on a trail.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And you hear the occasional snort or something in the woods, or the breeze or a bird. And sometimes you don't hear anything. And you're just sitting. We hit a point where it was the ice pack, the snowpack up there. And the trail, there's no trail. As soon as you get into the snowpack, there's no trail. And you're going, guess we'll just keep walking. Hopefully we'll stay on the trail.
Yeah.
And we did. And, you come out on the other side and the trail opens up again. And, you can't help but just sit and just stare at nature and just be amazed at what God created and just really enjoy that moment. And that, or me sitting on the beach and not being able to hear anybody talking because of the wind and just listening to the ocean and the waves crashing against the beach. Those are the two things that I can do all day long and never move my seat, ever.
Man, the beach drives me crazy. Like the listening, hearing the waves crashing constantly. It drives me nuts.
I just put a towel over my head and go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful to me.
I'm not a big beach guy.
And I'll be there in 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to it. But, I mean, I remember after my cancer fight, it was about a year in after, and I remember waking up one morning and I just told Gail, I said, I need to go for a drive. I said, it's going to be me. She goes, you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I just need to go for a drive. And I didn't get back, and I left that morning, didn't come back till that evening. And I took a drive. I went down Highway 21, Tesson Ferry 21, and drove that all the way down into Potosi, and then ended up shooting south or Potosi, and drove south all the way into southern Missouri, drove around, and hit all these little spots. And I was just enjoying the drive, the wind in my hair, no hair, but the wind on my head, and that was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I mean, I was tired when I got home, and it was a long driving day, but it was worth it to me. I saw a covered bridge. I didn't know there was one in Missouri. Stopped, took my picture, the bridge.
Yeah.
Saw a few other things, along the way. It was nice.
Yeah, Caitlin's always asking why. Like, we should fly. We'll save so much time if we just fly here. I'm like, I love driving.
It's the journey.
I love driving, and I like seeing the little stores off the side of the highway, the peculiarities of little towns, and, stopping for gas and seeing all the other license plates from different states. I just love driving. And that is one of the joys of, like, remember when you got your driver's license, how you just felt freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Just like...
My mom used to yell at me because she would go to Schnucks and go get a gallon of milk. I need milk. Okay.
We've gone for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm gone for an hour and a half. Where the hell were you? Well, I got the milk. Yeah, where were you? Well, I came back and stopped here, and, and I'm all over the place.
Yeah. I used to be, I'd come home from a buddy's house down in St. Charles, and I'm heading west on 70, and the sun's going down, and then my exit's coming up, and I would just drive past it and just keep going west. And one time I drove, I think it was like 2 hours past my exit, and I was like, I'm just going to go to California, man. Like, I was just daydreaming, like, I'm just going to take this all the way.
I've had those thoughts, really have.
And then I was like, let me turn around.
So, I remember as a young teen, my grandpa and grandma came over one day, and they picked up my 3 sisters, and they were going to go to the state fair in Missouri. And they asked if I wanted to go, and I said, no, I don't want to go. Ain't going. You guys go. Well, next thing I know, they go out to the state fair, and what happened to be raining. Well, they gave us a call later that evening. They're in freaking Colorado. Then I was staying out in Colorado for like 3 days. I'm going, you didn't tell me you were going to Colorado. We were going to the state fair, but you didn't want to come with us.
Yeah.
And it was raining. I didn't think we were going to drive on 2 states over.
Dang, that's awesome.
So they ended up going to Colorado. I stayed at home. I was like, yeah, okay, that's what I get.
That's what you get. What else? Anything else on this topic we can talk about?
Well, you know, I mean, I had a couple other thoughts on it. You know, when it comes to this whole, and we're talking about clearing our mind, but really, let's talk about meditation a little bit. Everyone has a different method of meditating. It could be just sitting and, I don't know how many people actually do spend that time to meditate. And what does meditate even mean? Are you sitting there cross-legged and got your thumb and forefinger together and you're, you know, humming to yourself?
Some people do.
Right.
I don't know. Probably Californians.
You know, I might have some coworkers.
I meditate. I do what's called mindfulness.
No, what's that?
Training. It's really you just sitting and you do like a mental check-in of your body. And you're like, you know, I start at the top of my head and I say, okay, how's my head feeling right now? And if I notice I have a headache, okay, I have a headache. And then you move on. My ears are ringing. My throat's dry.
Are you in a certain position?
I'll usually come down here when it's quiet. You know, it's a little quieter down here. And I'll just lay on the floor on my back. And you know, like if I've used an app, it'll say, you know, sit with your feet together and your hands on your knees. And I don't do that. So.
All right.
But it's more of like it's a practicing dealing with intrusive thoughts. Like I'm focusing on my body, but then I'll start thinking about what I have to do at work later. And the whole practice is like, okay, yeah, I do have to do that later, but not right now. Just kind of sweep it away.
Gotcha.
I go back to my breathing, focus on your breathing, that kind of stuff. And it just helps you to clear your mind. And like I said, when I wake up in the morning, I have 100 things going on in my brain. So it helps me to
and that's a
that.
good point. You know, the whole Zen thing of, you know, clearing your mind and emptying out. Wasn't there some wacko dude from the 60s?
There's a bunch.
What was it? Something about tune in or tune out.
Oh, you're talking about Timothy Leary.
Yeah. But I mean, it depends on where you're at in your life or even in your spiritual life, because there is nowhere in the Bible that it talks about clearing your mind.
Yeah, I think it actually talks about it's dangerous to do so.
You fill your mind.
Yeah.
And you meditate on God's word in the morning and in the evening, and it's always on you, and you're constantly filling yourself with Him.
Yeah.
And, you know, that is to, when you're filled with Him in this word and you're guarded by that, then you're protected from, you have a layer of protection from temptation or the ills of the world. And whereas every other religion in the world is all about emptying your mind.
Yeah.
And so you can, you know, clear it out. And that's really not, I mean, I've gone both ways. And, you know, I try to clear my mind to fill my mind.
That was my point. Like my routine is that, you know, empty, like get rid of all this bull crap in my mind that doesn't like the anxiety and the worry and all this other stuff that when I wake up, I walk on the treadmill and then I go upstairs and I nourish my body and I nourish my spirit, you know, that kind of thing. Like I eat breakfast while I read my Bible. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, should I eat while I'm reading my Bible? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it sinful to eat while you're reading?
No, it's not. I'm just wondering if you...
I just do it because I don't have a lot of time.
You're just filling in the space. I mean, are you actually digging into the Word? Is something catching to you where you're like, oh, I need to dig into that one?
There are definitely times where I've had cold eggs, you know, when I'm done reading. Like, or there's stuff, I was like, dang, I got to eat this because I have a certain amount of protein I need to eat every day. And
right, but the bottom line is everybody has a way.
Yeah.
And whatever works for you, get it to work. and it pays off to really get into your thought. You know, there's some people who try to avoid it because they don't want to think about what it is that's on their mind. And you know what? Maybe you should.
Yeah.
And, you know, address what it is that you're, you know, be mindful of what's going on in your head.
Yeah. You know, when I was drill sergeant, we always work in pairs. We have a battle buddy. Our fellow drill sergeant, they're our battle buddy. We call each other battle. And when you see another drill sergeant start to get carried away, they're about to cross a line, or they're letting the privates get to them. You know, like they're getting too emotional. They're not being professional. There's a code that we have, and we just yell, "Hey, battle, you got a phone call. You know, I need you to come to the office. You got a phone call." And that's immediately triggers like, "Oh, crap, I need to rein it in a little bit." So there's things as men that we should probably have that kind of code amongst each other of like, "Hey, buddy, I think your phone's ringing in the other room. Why don't you take it? You know, take 5."
That's actually really good. I mean, do you have codes with anybody else?
No. Well, me. Do
you have a code with you and your wife when you're out in a public space?
Yeah. I'm not giving it away.
Okay. Gail and I have a code too. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Usually, me and Caitlin could just look at each other and we're like,
Sometimes it's a look.
Let's go.
Do you have a within your family? Are you known for a look? Like for all my kids, they all know that Dad look.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, for the most part, everybody thinks I'm angry all the time. I think.
Yeah.
That I'm brooding on something or I'm angry, and really I'll probably be just thinking about puppies. I don't know.
I think it's the facial hair.
Maybe facial hair, my eyebrows. You know, I have like permanent creases in my eyebrows where I've been furrowing my brows forever. But I'm really just focusing. Usually I'm thinking about something a lot, and you know, I walk at work. I walk around the site a lot, and usually it's like I got to think about something, and I'll leave my office and just walk for like 30 minutes.
My problem is I walk with a purpose. So when I'm walking, I have a fast pace.
Yeah,
which is a natural gait.
Yeah,
and people are going, "What the is coming after me?"
He must have to poop. Hurry!
Why is it coming up to me so fast?
Yeah. I purposely slow myself down and just walk, focus on, you know, think about stuff. I'll stop and chat with a few people, check in, make sure everybody's being safe and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I'm thinking, like, I have a problem at work, I need to think it through, or something at home, or whatever. And so for me, that's like clearing my mind type of thing, it focusing. And really, I don't ever completely empty my mind. I don't think that's healthy. But for me, it's more focusing in, like I said, at the rifle range, you know, focusing on my front side post and my target. And that's it. There's nothing. There could be birds. I don't hear birds. I don't hear other people shooting. Nothing. I can completely shut everything out and focus on my shot. Mm-hmm. So that's, you know, fun for me. I enjoy that feeling of that flow state and or whatever you want to call it. Walking and thinking is a really, really good one for me because I'm doing something physical. I'm not getting any sort of sensory overload from screens or my phone buzzing and people talking in the next office, whatever.
Are you saying there's a time to put down the phone?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
There are several YouTube videos that I came across recently, and it was about putting down your phone. And it was literally going back to the pocket notebook. Mm-hmm. Whereas all these guys are talking about stop looking at your phone and instead doom scrolling is what they're talking about. And instead get a pocket notebook and just start adding bullet point items or whatever's hitting your brain. Yeah. And you know, fill up your pocket notebook with whatever, or even draw a picture.
Yeah, just doodle.
And put it in there, and you will actually be better off than the doom scrolling you just got done doing.
What that does when you're getting dopamine hits from your screen, and you get addicted to that. And then that's why when your phone's in another room, you kind of get a little panic about, oh my gosh, where's my phone? I need my phone. Because you're addicted to the dopamine hits from the screen. And you need to realize that all of this social media was designed specifically to get you addicted to it, so your eyeballs will stay on the screen so they could advertise stuff to you and get you to buy crap, and they manipulate your behavior this way.
And it's amazing. I mean, you and I are two men who grew up without cell phones.
Yeah.
They didn't exist yet until we're well into adulthood. And then...
Definitely no smartphones. I mean, they had like the brick.
Right. So, I'm talking about the classic cell phone that we're all running around with now.
Smartphones weren't a thing until... I didn't have one until 2007.
I mean, I had a flip phone when I was in, 2000. I still had a flip phone.
No, I didn't. I got my first cell phone in 2003 or 2006.
But, I mean, it's one of those things where we grew up without them, yet we're stuck with them just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And
I got two of them. I have two of them.
And I've been doing really well at leaving my phone in places and not bringing it with me. And I think there's been a couple times where I'm going, ooh, I wish I had my cell phone.
Yeah.
And I'm going, nah, that's okay.
One thing that really bugs me is live music. I love going to concerts and seeing live music and seeing people have their cell phones out recording the entire show.
Right.
You're completely ruining, not only for yourself, because you're looking at the show through, you might as well just stay at home and watch it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But other people in the area, like, we're just trying to watch the show, man. It's an art performance. And your stupid cell phone's up in the air blocking my vision. I'm trying to see how the bassist is playing this chord, or the drummer with this certain licks, and your stupid cell phone's up and you're trying to take selfies and all kinds of crap. Like, dude, just get the hell out of here.
And I like it when the artist who's singing, whoever the lead is, instead of wanting everybody to whip out their cigarette lighters,
they're all
turning on their cell phones.
No.
Waving them back and forth.
I don't go to those kind of concerts.
I'm going, that's sad.
I go to the kind of concerts.
It's all the concerts. I don't care who it is.
I go to concerts where the lead singer will stop the song and be like, hey, put your damn phones away. What the hell's wrong with you?
I think my mic keeps cutting in and out.
I don't know. You sound fine to me.
I know. I sound different. It keeps changing.
Maybe it's your headphones.
I don't know.
Did you get some bootleg headphones?
No, the same ones I always use. I'm in the same position I'm always in.
I don't know, man. You sound fine to me.
Okie dokie.
But I'm half deaf. Who knows? Oh, boy. Well, I think we beat this topic to death. What else is going on with you, man? What's up? What's on your mind? Besides your...
I would probably get fired if I said what's on my mind, so I won't say what's on my mind.
Okay. Oh, how about this? 1790, August 4th, 1790, U.S. Secretary of Treasury Alexander Hamilton established the Revenue Marine Service, which their main job was to collect the tariffs from for people coming in. Later, in 1915, it became the Coast Guard, and so it's officially today is the Coast Guard's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, Coast Guard.
Good for them, I guess. They're weird, man.
They do have a good academy. Like, if you want a good education.
Like an officer academy?
Yeah. The Coast Guard Academy is actually a decent place to go for college.
It's got to be really small. Like, what's the class size of that?
I don't know the class size, but it is actually a worthy place to go.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you're learning there with the Coast Guard when your duty's up.
Oh, yeah. You
can definitely apply it.
Like merchant marines or stuff like that. Like go.
I mean, we have the Coast Guard right here in St. Louis, going up and down the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Coast Guard here.
Yeah. They're on the Great Lakes.
It's a trading location.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all over.
People still don't realize that we still do
maritime trade
along the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Right? That's what all the barges are.
Oh, yeah. They go all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico and onwards from there.
Yep.
And the Coast Guard's motto is Semper Paratus, always ready, which is a good one. And it's actually unofficial. Nobody knows how it came about or when it became official. There's one captain had it engraved in his cabin, and then the admiral, I don't know what the admiral of the Coast Guard, put it on his letterhead one time, and then it became their thing. Always ready. And that's a good one because they are ready to respond 24/7.
I don't know. I kind of like Semper Gumby better.
Semper Gumby.
Always flexible.
Yeah. I got some of those stickers in the other room. I'll get you one if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, little gummy.
Yeah, I need one.
I gave it to my guys at the fire department on my crew. We all had it on our helmets because, fire's a living, breathing thing, and you got to be ready to adjust and adapt and overcome.
Mm-hmm. I will say our next week episode, I'm not going to give any details, but I think it'll be one that people are going to want to listen to.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good one.
Yep.
Probably a two-parter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very excited. This is like right in my wheelhouse.
I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I really do. I have some background info that I'll provide for you that'll get your wheels spinning.
Okay.
Before we get to sit down and have this guest on.
Should we do a teaser later in the week, maybe? Put it on Facebook?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right, man. Well, you got plenty of whiskey to take back home with you to enjoy down in your little hole in the basement.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that as a space for clearing your mind?
Well, do we all have a space? Oh, we had the Man Space show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like to go down in my little space and do that. I'm actually putting together some details on it to formalize it.
Okay.
And get that going. That's going to be a winter/26 project.
Cool.
And I'm looking forward to, I think that's going to be the best location in the home. And I'm thinking about putting a coated lock on that door.
I would if I were you.
Not allowing anybody in but me.
Yeah. Don't make it too comfortable. Somebody will be hanging out and have their girlfriends, making out with their boyfriends. Maybe.
Yeah, you never know. Have no idea.
Oh, boy.
Shout out to my son, Michael. He climbed Mount Fuji last weekend.
Yeah, cool,
in
man.
Japan.
What an experience.
Yep.
That's pretty neat. Good job, Michael. Go see some more stuff. Live it up, man. If you're in the military and you're overseas, dude, you got to travel and go see everything. Use your leave.
You and I both have regret about that.
Yeah. Use your leave for you. Like, go see other places.
That's what I was telling him. I said, next up, Korea. Yeah. Go to Korea. Go to Vietnam.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You got the time. Go to Australia.
Yep.
New Zealand.
We had that opportunity, man, but we just, dang it. I was just homesick. Wanted to see my girlfriend. That kind of crap. All right.
Matt, where can our listeners find us?
They can find us on Facebook at the Headspace and Tasting Podcast. On Twitter, X, same name. We're on Spotify. Hopefully you're listening to that now. And if you're listening on Spotify, give us a like, share, subscribe, comment.
Please.
Leave us some comments. People seem to be more engaged on Facebook with commenting, but if you comment on YouTube and Spotify, it'll bump us up in the algorithm and get us more eyeballs.
YouTube has actually been getting some activity.
Yeah, cool.
We're up to a whopping 5 subscribers on YouTube. I have no idea who these subscribers are. So there's people out there that are actually finding us.
Yeah.
And listening, and I appreciate you, whoever we are.
Thank you very much.
Tell your friends, and like us, comment, subscribe on YouTube. YouTube's a big one.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, we would really, really appreciate it. And you know what? All of your comments help us figure out what we want to do on the next show. Moving down the line, what do you want to hear from us?
Yeah, give us some ideas. Bourbon recommendations. If you want to donate a bourbon, you can email us at showmemk@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to be a guest on the show, if you feel like you have something to say, something to contribute, Or if you just want to come hang out and enjoy a bourbon, come on.
We may even. I'm going to take this a little bit further.
Okay.
But if you just want to see how a podcast is done,
Yeah.
we'll let you sit here for a price.
Yeah, bring a bottle.
And just watch.
I got a nice comfy chair over there. We'll pull the chair up.
And just watch and listen and see how we do it.
Yeah. Come hang out, man.
Love to have a live audience.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. We'll see you next week.
Good times, Matt.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.